An explosion has rocked through Gaza early Friday morning, as Israeli forces say it hit a rocket manufacturing site. The army claimed the attack was in response to 4 rockets fired into Israel a day earlier. The rocket exchange was the first incident of cross-border fighting since August, when 49 Palestinians died in just 2 days. On Thursday, Israeli forces killed 4 Palestinians, one of whom reportedly stabbed a police officer in East Jerusalem. This, as former Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu won enough votes in Israel's latest election to return to power.
Three migrant rescue ships carrying almost 1,000 people in the central Mediterranean are sounding an alarm about deteriorating conditions as they approach their 3rd week at sea. But Italy's new far-right government is ignoring requests for safe harbour as it hardens its position against rescue boats. The boats, currently off the coast of Sicily, are operated by the German NGO SOS Humanity, SOS Mediterranee and Doctors Without Borders. After Italy and Malta failed to help, the Ocean Viking turned to Greece, Spain and France. The crew of Humanity One says it's launched as many as 17 as yet unheeded appeals for safe harbour.
Thousands of protesters in Mali held a rally on Friday organised by the High Islamic Council of Mali. The demonstration was in response to a social network video in which insulting remarks were made about Islam and a man trampled on a copy of the Quran. Although the government has condemned the video, many Muslims remain furious. 95% of Mali's population is Muslim, and organisers of the protest have claimed over 1 million people took to the streets around Independence Boulevard in Bamako.
Just 1 week after buying Twitter, Elon Musk gutted its workforce, firing up to half of its 7,500 employees. At Twitter headquarters in San Francisco, there were no laid-off workers filing out, clutching boxes of their personal effects. All the firings were done by email. Employees have filed lawsuits against Twitter's new ownership, saying the mass firing violates federal and state laws requiring 60 days advance notice and severance payments. Musk fired all Twitter senior executives last week as soon as he bought the company for $44 billion.
The World Bank says the repurposing of the Komati plant will enhance energy security in South Africa. It says the power sector is a major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions in South Africa, accounting for 41% of its CO2 emissions, and that the aim is to move away from an old and inefficient coal-fired power fleet and to scale up the use of renewables by 2030. But analysts say that this move will not help to improve Eskom's efficiency and reduce load shedding.
Everyone seems to be adjusting to his new role. Fashion designer Stella McCartney, who shares his passion for the environment, just one of hundreds invited to the palace.
Yeah, beautiful day to save the planet.
The king seemed less keen to be overheard, a sign of how controversial it's been that he's not going to COP27, despite years of warning about the need to act. Instead, he left his prime minister to speak.
If we do not act today, we will risk leaving an ever more desperate inheritance for our children tomorrow.
The reception was the King's chance to bring together business leaders and political figures after reports that Liz Truss had told him not to go to Egypt, reports denied by the palace.